Hello everyone, my name is Vaishnavi and today I'm going to talk about a famous contemporary artist and compare his work with the other ones. Zhang Fanzi is a famous Chinese contemporary artist. He was born in Wuhan in 1964. He completed his studies at Hubei Academy of Fine Arts, where he was greatly influenced by Expressionism. He's also a great fan, or he's really motivated by Van Gogh and his abstract art. And he had one of his series of paintings dedicated for him. This is the picture of Van Gogh that he painted. He uses the same style of brush strokes and using different colors to use the lines and just the similar one to in a different series, which I'm gonna talk about right now. But this is a painting dedicated to Van Gogh, which was his inspiration. This painting, it's number 3 in the D series of his painting. Um, uh, on upon first seeing it, it's not really clear about what the painting says. It's just really diverse, like it has many brush strokes with varied thickness and everything, so it's not really clear. But when you give it some time and look at it carefully, you see these different figures, like shadow like figures on the background. And for me they feel like palace with the small turrets on top, and then there's a clear pathway in here like that leads you to the palace. All the brush strokes, if you think about it, it looks like a forest with different tree branches and everything. So it's like you are trapped in a forest and you're trying to go to the palace, but everything is stopping you. You know how to reach there, it's just not possible for you because you're stopped by different things. This can be applied to life too. It can be thought of this way, like there's you have the goals, you have the things you want in your life, but there's many obstacles in your life that are stopping you from it. There's a path set for you which you just have to follow, but it wouldn't be easy. This is also like a motivation for people who are struggling with or who are facing with the challenges and who are on the verge of giving up. It gives them a small motivation to like move forward and keep looking for the big things. Even if they are trapped, there's always a way, like there's always a way. So they have to keep moving forward. This is one of the paintings in his series. Another one, this is untitled, but if you look at it carefully, it's the same style, like branches, like all the different thickness of branches, and then there there's a lake in the middle surrounded by all of those branches. So it looks like there's a beautiful lake in the forest, just surrounded by like dense branches, and to reach there you have to clear your way, you have to find your way like by clearing each branch one at a time, which gives the same meaning as the other painting. These are some of the other paintings in his series. In this series, he uses the same style of brush strokes, which are not like straight lines, but just different directions and then different colors to represent different things, which is really amazing according to me. This painting is by Mark Bradford, who is another contemporary artist using the same style as the Fancy. This is one of the paintings from Hauser and Wirth from the online gallery. It's Q2 from the Quarantine series of Bradford. This series of painting was painted during the coronavirus time. So having that um, background gives us a lot of perspective to understand these paintings. Just like Fancy, upon first looking at this painting, it's not clear what it represents. But when you look at it carefully and the colors used, you can feel what his feeling when he was trying to paint this painting. Um, the green, it can be considered peace because green represents peace in many cultures. And all the lines like stricken out, they strike out the green color, representing that the piece is disturbed. And these lines, they don't follow a pattern. It's all like crisscross, just random patterns, which gives it more meaning. Like the whole world peace, like everything was perfect, and then something big happens, and then everything is just destroyed, and there's so much confusion around the world that people don't understand. And then when we look at the green color, sorry, the red color, it can represent the blood. Quarantine and the COVID time was the time where there were many people dying due to the virus, and then many deaths, which was not easy for people to take. Um, that can be the meaning of this painting. It's just the emotions the artist had when he was facing that time in the loneliness and solitude. That is what Hossein Wood says about the painting, that all these paintings represent his emotions in solitude. These are some of the other paintings from this series, that is the Quarantine series. And comparing this artist with the Fancies series, it is clear that they use the same style, but just a different way of expressing themselves. Fancy uses thick strokes, thin ones, and different colors of strokes, but Bradford is using same thickness of lines everywhere. It's the same one, but they don't follow a pattern, just random, and he does not use many colors. It's primary colors, and then he uses only those colors throughout his painting. And the next painting is The Birth of Venus by Sandro Botticelli, which was painted in 1480s. This is a completely different art style compared to what we were discussing so far. It's like really old, like 15th century, and this painting is about how the goddess of love, Venus, came to the existence. We can see many things happening in here. The people on the left side, they're considered the god of wind, and the person on the right is carrying a cloak for the goddess to cover her. All the scene and everything is represented to be chaotic, like there's so much happening around, but it's still very calm with the colors. Like they have like really calming and peaceful effect. Instead of using the bright colors, the artist uses the same colors but in a lighter shade and like a lot duller shade, which gives it a chaotic but yet really calming effect. And it's how the story is, and he's trying to tell people who are not aware of like what happened in the history and everything. I think over the years this has changed. Early artists were more interested in talking about a story or about an event that happened in the world and letting other people know and use their skills and their creativity to make all their work as beautiful as possible. And the artists today, they are more interested in talking about themselves or just trying to express their emotions to the world. I think that has been the greatest change in the history of art, how people or how artists express themselves, and what the expectations from the artists are. And that is for my video. Thank you for watching.